Hi, this is Mr. Knowles, and we're continuing our Home Connection 58 Unit 6 review, and this is problem number 6. Here is a chart showing the amount of rain they got in Bookerville over the last 4 days. So there's the information in a table. Bookerville has a record of 12 inches of rain in 5 days. How much will it have to rain on Friday to beat the record by 1/10 of an inch? Show all your math below. All right. Well, this is actually kind of a tricky problem, but I think that we can do it. I'm going to add those numbers first. So I'm just going to, I guess I'll do that work here. You might do it below. Five, well, 9 and 6 are 15, plus the 5 up above, that's 20. Sometimes I look for easier ways to add when I do this. 2 and 3 are 5, and then this 5 makes that 10, and the 4 makes that 14. Don't forget to carry your 1. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, and 4 and 3 is 7, plus the 2 is 9, and don't forget the decimal. So 9 and 40 hundredths of inches of rain so far. But we haven't really answered the question yet. The question says, how much will it have to rain on Friday to beat the record by 1/10 of an inch of rain? So we're not done yet. So they had a record of 12 inches in 5 days. We only have Monday through Thursday so far of rainfall data. So we're going to take that number 12 and we're going to subtract the number that we got up above, the 9 and 40 hundredths, to find out the difference. Well, the number 12 they gave us doesn't have a decimal, but I know I can put some zeros behind the decimal there, so it makes things easier to line these up, because place value is important, and lining up our numbers in the correct place values is very important. And now I can do some subtraction here. Looks like I have to borrow. I guess I didn't have to borrow that, did I? Because 0 minus 0 is 0. You ever do that sometimes? I do. But I did have to borrow up above, so I had to get rid of that 9. That was my mistake, and sometimes I do make mistakes. So I got a 10 minus 4 is 6. And that's not a 12 anymore, remember. That's an 11. So 11 minus 9 is 2. I have a decimal. So they need 2 and 60 hundredths inches, you could say, to, actually, that's to reach the record. To reach the record. Have we answered the question yet? No, we haven't, because the question says, how much do they need to beat the record by 1/10? So we're not quite done yet. So we need to add a tenth to that. So to add a tenth to that, 1/10 would be simply this, because we need to beat it by 1/10. That's our answer right there. So I'm going to add a little more to that sentence. So, how would I say that? So 2 and 70 hundredths inches would be needed to beat the record by 1/10. And there's a lot going on there, so what I might do if I were you is highlight which one I believe is the answer. I hope that made sense to you guys. That one was tricky. Circle the number below that is not equivalent to 1/4. So I'm just going to draw a drawing of what I know what 1/4 looks like. And one of these is 1/4. So I know that's 1/4. Another way to say that is I know that's this. And I know that's 25%. I also know it's 25 out of 100. Just list some things there that might be helpful. Well, hey, look at that. I know it's 25%. I'm going to cross that out. I know that it's this. I'm going to cross that out. Now I'm left with 3 numbers, 3 fractions. 2/8. If I did 2/8, I'd have 8 things. And 2 of the 8 would be, it might look like that. And that would represent 1/4 of all of them. So that's not my answer because I have to find the one that's not equivalent. Now I'm left with these 2 fractions here, 5/16 and 5/20. Well, 16 things would be, I'll just do a 4x4 real quick, and 5 of them that is not looking like a 1/4. Do my 5/20 real quick. I need one more. And 5 out of 20. If I did it this way, that is 1/4 of that. So it looks like it's 5/16. All right. Use numbers, words, and or labeled sketches to explain why the number you circled is not equivalent to 1/4. My work is up above. I have some sketches there. So what you could do is looking at my sketch above for 5/16, you will notice that it is not equivalent to 1/4. You could even write a little more. It is, whoops, it is larger than 1/4 by how much? In my drawing, it looks like 1/16. Number 8. Mr. Mugwump is still confused about fractions. Use numbers, words, and/or labeled sketches to show him why half plus 1/3 does not equal 2/5. Well, 1/2 plus 1/3. And hopefully by now you know you need to have the denominators, the numbers on the bottom, have to be the same before you can add them. So I'm going to use sixths to represent these two numbers. So half and 6 would look like, it'd be 3/6. And 1/3 would be that visually in my little drawing. So that would be 2/6. Now that the denominators are the same, I can add them. 3/6 plus 2/6 is 5/6. And I could also put a visual there. That's a sketch. And then I could circle these in. Okay. That would totally explain it. I use numbers. I don't really have words in there, but I have numbers. I have a labeled sketch. So you could say, you could add on to this and say 1/2 plus 1/3 is equal to 5/6, not 2/5. Or you could even explain more if you really wanted to. I'll see ya on the next set of videos.